One of the critical components of our being able to leave was to sell our house. We'd gone through a terribly weak real estate market in our area, and although it was almost 11 years later, the housing crash of 2008 and the loss of major businesses in our area substantially suppressed the market. We prayed about when to list it, and my wife felt very strongly that we should wait until April to put it on the market. In the meantime, she went to work to downsize as much as possible. When April arrived, it was my wife who felt we should ask for far above what the realtor suggested what we listed for. I trusted her instinct, and we listed it much higher than I would have. But within 3 days, we received an offer that was below our asking price, but far above what the realtor suggested. It was so high in comparison that the banks refused to commit to the loan at that level. We prayed about it and felt that God would provide, and we accepted the amount that the bank would agree to finance. It was still a good deal for us. Now we had a closing date, and the buyers wanted to move it up. Because I was going to be responsible for the entire eastern half of Washington and Northern Idaho, we could live anywhere in the region. Our son and his family had moved to from Phoenix to Kennewick, Washington, a couple of years earlier. So my wife had said, if we can live anywhere, then I want to live close to the kids. We jumped on a plane and headed to Kennewick. And when we returned a week later, someone asked if we found a home. And I said, well, if I could take the 16 homes we looked at and blended them all together, we'd find the one that would make my wife happy. I already knew we were going to end up building a new one. And God provided again. After agreeing to let my wife build another home, our second now, we found that a new subdivision had opened and had a few lots for sale just the day before. So we snatched it up because these lots were very scarce. Included on that trip, our daughter-in-law blessed us with the birth of our youngest granddaughter while we were there that week. How God blessed. At the closing, our realtor informed us that all the pricing in our neighborhood was raised to reflect that the drought was over. With that, we contracted with a freight company to drop off 2 trailers, little 27-footers, and we began to pack up. And on May 15th, we said goodbye to Wisconsin and headed to Washington State and arrived at our destination on May 20th, 2019.